YouTube. I just wanted to apologize for the fact that this video was like 2 months late. I had it like halfway edited and then it like just sat in my drafts and I kind of forgot about it. So I just smushed it all together, and this is a vlog from Sunshine series, obviously, since you saw the title. So enjoy. Okay, hi YouTube. Sorry I haven't vlogged in a really long time. I started one from the last show and I just didn't finish it, so I'm not gonna post it. But I figured that this would be a good show to vlog. It is currently Tuesday at the end of October, and I am headed down to Thermal for Sunshine series today. Not taking Crosby, but I am catch riding with Hope Glen and trying some horses, some egg horses, so that'll be super exciting. And I'll be down there for both weeks, so I thought it'd be cool to bring you guys along. Okay, so at this point it was Friday of the first week. This was the first horse that I showed and the only horse I showed this day. And I showed him in the 2, 9, and 3 foot schooling hunters. I had only ridden him once before, maybe twice. And I was just showing him in the 2, 9 later, like the rest of the weekend. But these were just like open schooling grounds, and we didn't place because I was just getting to know him. There were like a couple deep distances and he got a little quick in some spots. I just finished hacking one, and then I've got this one and one more, and then I show in the 2-9 and the children's this afternoon. So this was the horse that I showed in the children's hunter. Her name was Betty. She was this adorable little, obviously bay mare. She was like maybe 15 something hands. She was such a good girl. She was so nice, like such a nice ride. I just, still getting to know her. I only took her for like 2 jumps the day before, and I didn't have a lot of time to get to know her, and I'm still getting used to catch riding, but she was a super duper good girl in the children's. And I didn't place on her over the weekend at all, which is fine with me. She was only 6, by the way, too. But she just, like, such a pleasure to ride. So nice. And then I showed the horse that I had shown on Friday again in the 2-9. This day wasn't great. He just got a little bit quick, and I don't want to say nervous, but just quick. So it was okay. And then at this point it was Sunday of week 1, and I got back on Betty for the children's. I did the under saddle, which she was fine in, and then it was super windy this day, so you couldn't really tell. So she just got a little bit spooky in round 1, and then round 2 I had a perfect round, and then I just moved up past the distance to the second to last jump. So again, no placings, but she was jumping so good. And then I pretty much just went back and hopped right on the next one, which is the same horse, Lancer, that I had been showing the previous 2 days in the 2-9. This day was actually really good, and he's a horse that tends to get a little bit like worked up in the warm-up, so we didn't do very much warm-up at all, and then we kind of let him chill at the end gate, and he just went a lot more relaxed, which was good. And I think I left the full rounds in, or at least of the first one. But he was really good this day, and he was 3rd in this round and then 5th in the, like, mini handy. Obviously not perfect, but he was just really good. He was a hard one for me to figure out, because if you pulled on him, he wanted to kind of pull back and get a little bit quicker, so you kind of just had to trust that he was going to slow down and kind of start and go under paced, and then he really liked to flow down the lines. Like, he wasn't taking off with me, he just had a motor that I wasn't used to. So it was really good to like end on a high note showing him, so yeah, he was super good. I was super happy with how these rounds went, especially compared to the previous ones. Okay, so I basically didn't vlog at all week 2, but I'm still gonna put in the horses that I rode. This is the first one that I showed Phil. He was like this 17-something hand eck horse. And we did the 2-9 child eck, and he was really good. He jumps really hard, and so the first day I struggled to kind of stay with it, and he was a little bit fresh. I don't want to say fresh. He was just a little bit awake because he didn't show at all during the week. And so this is from the first day that I showed him, and he also hadn't been in this ring, but we used it as like a warm-up. And then we decided to hack him in the ring early the next day just so that he could see everything before I showed again, since he was a little bit spooky the day before. And then this was the second day that I showed him. You can see just from like the video, he's a lot more relaxed. And I had a better feel for him, and like I didn't feel like I had to go so quickly. I left in this full round because it was actually really nice. But this was just our last round in the 2-9 child eck, and we were 5th. I was super happy with it. You can see that I'm still like a little bit loose in the tack, but it's just overall like a better picture.
4th place ribbon will go to 2035 Melissa Rankins. 5th place 514, that's Julie Okerstrom. In 6th place 1325 Elizabeth Buchanan. 7th place will go home with number 994, that's Isabella Robles. And 8th place ribbon 2066 Kevin Lemke. We are going to water drag in Hunter 5 after the water drag. We'll jump the 2-3 adult equitation card as well as the 2-3 adult hunters.
And then this was the same day later in the evening. We did the CPHA 3-foot child adult medal. I kind of messed up to jump one, so I took it out. And I had the rail too. But the rest was actually really good, and I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, nothing else really to say. There's just, this one was also a little bit deep that you'll see in a second. But overall I was a lot happier with like the feel that I had with him. Yeah. And then this was the last day. I was actually going to show Phil again this day, but there wasn't really anything for me to show in. So I showed this horse, Harvey, who I actually rode for the first time that morning. And I didn't jump him at all, so this is like my first handful of jumps on him. But he was really good, and the 2-9 children's hunters as well. Yeah, nothing to write home about. The second round was a lot better than the first, and I left in part of it, which is what you're watching now. And the round was really good. I think we just had to swap up one of the lines. Yeah. Overall, I had like a really fun experience. Hope was so nice, and I'm actually going back down in like 2 or 3 weeks to help. And it was so cool to get to ride all these different horses, and they were all so nice, and I definitely learned a lot and gained a lot of confidence. So I can't wait to be back in the next couple of weeks. And sorry, this video kind of fell off my radar between like getting home and catching up with schoolwork, and then Thanksgiving, and then finals, and then Christmas, and I've only just got time to edit it. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.